Okay, can you describe for viewers what impact and what the results of the South Ossetia conflict has been on Abkhazia? What has happened after that?
Well, it is very sad that that many people got killed in South Ossetia. It is something that will never be repaired. But if you take Abkhazia separately, then as a result of this, Abkhazian independence as well as the Ossetian independence was recognized. First by the Russian Federation, then by the Republic of Nicaragua, then by the Republic of Venezuela. There are prospects of recognition by other states as well, both East European and Latin American, and which moved the statehood of Abkhazia on a completely different level. Now it allowed to sign agreement with the Russian Federation on state level, which in turn allowed stationing Russian border troops on the Abkhaz border, and that for Abkhazia means a lot of resources can be taken off the military track and put into the social sphere.
Can you tell me? Can you contrast briefly the difference between the political and electoral landscape, how things are run in Georgia and how things are run in Abkhazia in terms of political freedoms?
I don't know about the political freedoms, but what I can say is that there isn't any electoral landscape in Georgia. There hasn't been election in Georgia so far. No leader in Georgia came by way of winning election. No one there was ever elected. Zviad Gamsakhurdi had a revolution. He overthrew Kivi Gumbaridze then. Then he was overthrown by Shevardnadze again with a revolution, and then in turn Shevardnadze got overthrown by Mikhail Saakashvili in that Rose Revolution that they had in 2003. In Abkhazia, we had democratic, legal election. The power was transferred onto another party by way of winning the election. It was the real alternative election that was won by one side over other, despite any pressure from outside, which shows a lot. Abkhazia has got functioning democratic institutes as well as all other institutes of statehood, which is very important.
And I understand at this moment there are no political prisoners in Abkhazia.
There aren't any. There never were.
Okay. Can you tell us real briefly what's the status of the economy and its development now in Abkhazia?
Well, the economy is going up. I mean, it was years of blockade, devastating war, and the sanctions, some of which are implied still, well, in terms of European Union and the West, it had its toll on the Abkhaz economy. However, since in the year 2006, that partially the sanctions of CIS countries were removed, Abkhazia started to breathe again. Now, after recognition, money, the budget of the republic itself was increased 6 times. It was 10 times actually. In fact, it was 300 million rubles in 2005, and it's 3 billion rubles year 2009, and the republic is planning to increase its budget by another 300 mil next year. So that is an indicator. People started to build, people started to invest. There are a lot of small and medium-sized businesses. There is a lot of investment, mainly, lion's share is is coming from Russia at the moment, but Abkhazia is open to basically to any partners, to anyone who will be willing to speak to Abkhazia. We are building a free and independent country which would be neutral, and we prepare to speak to everyone in the world.
I understand that your tourism is up dramatically in the last year. What do you expect to happen with tourism in this country?
Well, the border was simply opened, and then there were some security guarantees. Now there are more security guarantees. That's basically it. In year 2003, we had around 300 to 400,000 tourists. Unprecedented, comparing that to all previous years when people were still afraid to come to Abkhazia because of all the propaganda coming from the Georgian side. However, year 2007 was 2.5 million people. That's a lot for a republic with a population of 200, of a quarter of a million. Year 2008 was pretty big, despite the war in South Ossetia. People returned. Year 2009, this year, was really successful. I mean, we did not have one single hotel room or bed that was unoccupied.
Okay. Now, in closing, is there anything that you'd like to say? What would you like to say to the American people or people any place, people in the West that are interested in Abkhazia and what you've had to say today?
Well, to anyone who's interested in Abkhazia, I think it's best to come and see for oneself what is going on right there. So I'd say we've got beautiful beaches, we've got attractive economy, we have hospitable people, we are democratic, independent, and a legal state that is based on the rule of law. And so I can basically I'd like to say that I would like to invite anyone who wants to come and see for themselves how we live here in Abkhazia. We welcome any tourist from anywhere. We welcome any investment from anywhere. We welcome any dialogue on any level with anyone who is willing to speak with us, who is willing to build equal, neighborly, normal, humanly relation.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Bitiev.
Thank you.